I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Elzie D Flenard. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I'm awesome, man. I can't complain at all.
Well, that's wonderful. To complain is to remain, most definitely, right?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us, what part of the world are you in right now?
I am in Waukesha, Wisconsin. We're probably about 15 miles west of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right. And which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time?
I would have to say the Enterprise Now podcast.
There we go, podcaster, family podcaster. yeah. Tell us more about the podcast, please.
Enterprise Now is a podcast that is dedicated to educating, motivating, inspiring, and transforming entrepreneurs and business owners into success.
Yeah, and the way you have it written, it's like Enterprise Now, right?
Enterprise Now. Don't wait until tomorrow. Do it right now.
So who did you learn the skill of what's necessary to teach others on starting their enterprise?
Well, so I've been involved in business and enterprises since I can remember. Have a music background as well as podcasting. So I launched a podcast a few years ago, and I'm just passionate about helping other people start podcasts and launch, grow, and maximize their business.
So who did you learn the skill of podcasting from?
I'm kind of self-taught, did some YouTube training. I did some free training from John Lee Dumas, did some training from different podcasters that I kind of look up to. And just kind of launched out there and got better and better as I completed more and more shows.
Yeah, how has it impacted your life, the content that you interact with on the podcast?
It tremendously. I've learned so much from interviewing and talking and having conversations with successful entrepreneurs. I could probably write a book about it, honestly, to be completely honest. Some of the concepts and insights and golden nuggets, as we call them on the show, that I've gained over the past couple of years is just amazing.
I know that you've been doing this. Why will you continue to repeat this skill?
Because I absolutely love it. I love meeting new people. I love meeting cool people. Let me just say that. I say that on the show all the time. I love meeting cool people. So that's number one. I love learning. I'm a lifelong learner. I love educating myself. I love being motivated, and I love being inspired. And so I kind of take those things, my passion for business, for meeting new people, for education, inspiration, and motivation, and I transfer that to my listeners, because that's my ultimate goal, is to educate, motivate, inspire, and transform.
Love it. Where's the best place for people to follow you or to connect with what you're doing?
The best place is on the website, enterprise-now.biz. That's B-I-Z. Or you can shoot me an email, enterprise-now.biz.
And what's one other thing that you've done, Elzie, consistently over the last 3 years?
I would say building my personal brand and meeting people, networking, building connections.
How does that make you feel?
It's one of those things that it's organic for me, because like I said before, I absolutely love meeting new people. So it's one of those things where I get to do something that I love to do. I love to hear people's stories. I love to hear how they got to where they are, and I love to help them tell that story. So it kind of translates or transfers over to the podcast, because when I'm at a networking event or I'm meeting a business owner for the first time, when I'm out and about, it's the same thing. We're having a conversation about their journey, how they got where they are, how they approach challenges, and how they are able to succeed. And so I kind of take that passion and that love for meeting new people and transfer that into the podcast.
Tell us what you do on a daily basis. Like, are you an entrepreneur or are you on the daily grind?
A little bit of both, actually. So my background is I do some consulting, both on a business level and on a 9-to-5 level. So my life is really all about consulting, coaching, and driving results through other people.
And the podcast, it doesn't take away from your energy. It actually helps your energy increase, does it?
Oh, I woke up this morning super excited to talk with you today. I absolutely get up for it. I mean, it gives me energy for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. I do know the feeling. Suggest to someone out there that's listening that maybe even thinking about starting something new, why they should.
Well, first of all, one of my big things is I want to live full and die empty. I wish I could take credit for that quote, but I can't. But it's so true, right? When I'm gone, I have a morbid motivation, right? When I die, I want to say to people to say of me that I put everything out there. I don't want any idea, any thought, any passion, anything to be left over. I want to get it all out now. So for people who are listening, enterprise now. Do it now. If you have a passion for something, get it out. Do it. Just do it.
Did you
Learn from your mistakes and just do it.
did you ever realize that your name starts with E and F and you just spoke about full and empty?
No, thank you for that. I'll have to use that.
Oh, that's intriguing. Well, my friend, how about we switch gears now, LZ, and let me now invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. LZ, what is your earliest childhood memory?
One of the earliest childhood memories that I have is playing kickball for the first time. So my mom and dad got divorced when I was about 5 or 6 years old. So we moved from the city of Chicago all the way down to the country of Southern Illinois, right? And so I get there first day, I go outside, I see a group of kids. Me, I wanted to go meet them, find out who they were, and introduce myself. So I do the whole thing. Hey, here, my name is LZ. How are you guys? And so I see him playing kickball. I didn't know how to play kickball. So it's my turn to kick. So I go and I see the other kids kick the ball. So I kick the ball. And I did not know which direction to run. So I run the opposite way and they all have a good chuckle and laugh and just kind of at my expense laugh at the fact that I didn't know how to play kickball. So that
Intriguing.
moment stands out to me as one of those times where I was totally out of my element and didn't know the first thing about what a group of people were doing. But I've always had this ability, this curiosity to go and to meet new people, even at a young age.
How old do you think you were? Average.
Probably about 5.
All right, all right. So, how do you see this memory connecting to who you are today?
Well, like I said, it really shows that even at that young age, I was willing to fail, right? And to learn from those failures, to make friends, to build relationships, to foster connection, because that's how you succeed in my mind. It's building those relationships, fostering connection, and being willing to not be good at something.
I love
Now,
it.
I will say on the back end of that, I am now a very good kickball player, and you want me on your kickball team, right?
Love it, love it, love it. Well, I love how you connected those dots, my friend. Well, if we fast forwarded to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Well, I have a music background. So one of the songs that I always loved to sing was If I Ever Fall in Love, and it's by a group named Shy.
Yeah, love it. Big tune, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, my friend. Well, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there is a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, LZ?
I'm ready.
LZ, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes and no.
Uh,
I've done some teaching of podcasting, what it is and how to do it, but I admittedly need to do more.
Are you married?
I am married.
Do you have children?
Yes, 2.
Do you believe in God?
Absolutely.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yes.
What about screen time, the phone and the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Definitely more than 8.
If you, Elsie, had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, what would you say that is?
No excuses, just execution.
Love it. Elsie, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Absolutely. If shameless promotion, if folks are out there and they want to listen to an awesome podcast, check us out. Enterprise Now podcast. We interview fascinating entrepreneurs and business owners every week. we get into their brains and figure out how they approach challenges, how they are able to be successful, and how they think, how they tick.
Elzie D Flenard, again, my friend, a great pleasure. Thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for being on 12-minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.